All right, guys, welcome to the show. David Alvarado here, and I have an amazing special guest. And you know, I bring on quite a few amazing people. You know, I definitely do my best to bring on people that are impactful, people that are really doing something big in life. And the person I'm bringing on today, not only is he a near and dear friend to me, we've been friends for a long time. I mean, I can remember before the success, before all that, and it was really kind of somebody you become a brother with, a friend becomes a family member, and when you can have the amount of trust with a person or a friend that is unbreakable, that type of relationship goes a long way. And I am so blessed and appreciative of our relationship. More importantly, now we have a business relationship. So I'd like to introduce you guys to one of my really, really good friends. I'm honored to be friends with him, Mr. Joshua Quillen.
Thank you, Dave, for that intro. You know what? I couldn't agree with you more, man. We've had a long journey of friendship, great, amazing friendship, business transactions, fun. I mean, everything, and it's been an amazing ride, and I'm blessed to have you as my friend, and I'm happy to be here.
You joined me quite some time ago, but before we get into all that, I'm sure people say, hey, who is this guy? Tell us a little bit about who you are and where you come from.
Yeah, absolutely, Dave. So I grew up in Redlands, California, and I would say ever since I was young, since I can remember, I always wanted to entertain, or I had a lot of drive and get go. I was always like on the hunt for more as a child. Just everything I did with a relentless pursuit to be great at what I did, right? Yeah. Constantly, that's who I am. And as I developed into an adult, I had probably from the age of 18 to 25, no exaggeration, at least 20 to 30 jobs. Wow. No exaggeration. I do a job, this isn't what I want to do. I get into a job, I do really well at, excel at, this isn't what I want to do. And during that time, I flipped cars, bought and sold cars on the side, bought and sold cars, made some side money. And then learning that industry at about 25 years old, I was able to not work for anybody else, work for myself, blow that up, open an auto business, had a lot, and ran the auto industry. And that's where I started. I did tremendous at it. I had great financial success in it. Yeah. But there was a lot of things missing internally inside that I did not enjoy. Yeah. But I did enjoy what I made. Yeah. So it's hard to leave something when you're very comfortable and making a good living. Yeah. You're willing to sacrifice a lot of things within you that you'd rather not have. And that was my journey that led me to where I'm at today.
Yeah. You know, I can totally relate, because how do you leave a business that you're so good at? You can say you were in love with it, making $500-600 grand a year, and then all of a sudden say, you know what, I'm going to switch that for the insurance industry. And something that happened, but now that you're here, you're in the insurance industry now, you're doing tremendous. Last year, guys, on his own pen, wrote over $500,000 of business. This guy is the IUL magician. I can tell you that he knows a lot about it. He knows how to be able to provide it. He knows how to be able to provide a significant amount of opportunity for clients and a tax-free basis. But Josh, tell me a little bit about your success and why insurance has been so, I don't want to say it's easy, because it's not easy, but what made you really scale in this business?
What made me scale in this business? First, I want to talk real briefly why I came here. You being a great friend and watching your success and watching you grow and get to where you got. I remember when you were making nothing in this, and to where you're at today, which is tremendous, and watching it and you sharing the opportunity with me constantly. We go golf, Josh, now Dave, I'm good. Finally, I took the leap of faith, and I'm so glad that I did. So what has got me to scale and have the success that I've had is the mentality that I've had ever since I was a child. It is anything that you're going to do, you be great at it. You put your mind on it and you figure it out, and you ask questions. And if something's unclear, ask that question. What is this? Why is this wood made out of this way? Why is this that way? Well, who did that? I want to know everything, and I will ask until I get the answer. And once the answer's clear, then I understand it, right? Yeah. And that's how I was able to have that ability to do it. It's nothing special. I'm no genius. I just have a strong desire to succeed.
Wow. You remind me of my son, that he's asking, And and I mean, there's nothing wrong with being curious, right? And you've had tremendous amount of success. You just promoted to agency owner.
Yeah.
And now you're building your own agency. You're mentoring other agents. You're showing people how to become successful like you've had. And now you're at a position where personal development is essential for your growth.
Oh, yes.
Tell us a little bit about that right there, where hey, you've done very well on your own. You can go out there and you can hunt and you can do it on your own. But now, how do you teach others to become successful like you? And now you've come to hit that wall where you're like, man, my personal development is essential for my growth.
And it so and truly is. And I think that's such a great question, Dave. Personal development, prior to coming here, if you had asked me, Josh, do you practice personal development? Do you know what personal development is? I would say, yeah, I want to make more money. I got this book by Donald Trump and it said, How to Get Rich. There's my personal development.
Yeah.
There is so much more to personal development than what you think personal development is.
Yes.
The things that you think are important are just a speck on the horizon of everything that is so important in personal development.
Right.
And I did not know what that was.
Yeah.
And when I came here and you come amongst these giants of leaders that know what personal development is and they roll it out to you and then you actually engage in it and you realize like, aha, there's so many things that you just don't know about yourself. In order to be a leader, in order to guide people and train people and have people look up to you and follow you and listen to you, you have to learn to be just an amazing version of yourself on so many different levels.
Yes.
And that is not an easy task.
Right.
And though I've hit AO and though I'm building, I still have a long way to go to get there, but I'm getting there.
Yes.
And I got to tell you, it is beyond exciting to do. When you actually take it in and you see the change that's happening, you're like, wow. You just like, I don't know how else to say it, just wow.
Yeah. One of the things that I've learned about personal development, because I'm a pioneer guardian. That means I'm stubborn about learning new things. I am willing to work hard, but I'm not going to change what I know, and you're not going to change me. Hey, I know I'm successful and I know this works. But the hardest part about personal development is to look inside of yourself and say, hey, what is not working? What's causing you to work hard? Because what I've come to realize that we can work hard, and people like me, I love to work hard. I will work 25 hours in a day if there was. The problem is how do I work smarter? And that is where personal development kicks in. How do I learn how to communicate better?
Yeah.
How do I use the other voices, right? There's different voices that people have, and how to be able to communicate with people the way they want to be communicated.
That's right.
And I'm kind of that guy that just tell me straight up, you don't got to sugarcoat it, but how many people like to be spoken that way, that way? And they'd rather be spoken to in their language, asking questions and motivating. And I want to ask you, Josh, today, being that you've reached a new level of success and you know that personal development is important, what are you seeking today that you feel like, hey, is going to get me to the next level?
So you and I are very similar, and that's why we're great friends. I am the same thing, a pioneer guardian, the same exact thing, and it's the same thing. We are very direct, straightforward. Tell me what it is, and I'll do it. Most people don't speak this way, and when you don't understand how to communicate to someone, and they don't speak your language, they don't listen. They do not listen, and you're frustrated. The problem isn't them. The problem is you. That you have not taken the time to understand and become a better person to help that person on the level that they need help at.
Yes.
So what am I doing to improve that so I can achieve that? Well, we have a coach that we have on Thursdays, Toby, right?
Yep.
He's over in England or wherever he's at, right? Guy's great. We have books that we read on, which is called The 5 Voices. If none of you guys have ever read that, I highly encourage it. It's amazing.
Yes.
Constant communication with our mentors.
Yeah.
The videos that we have, the Zooms that we have, watching and studying and practicing how to become a leader.
Yes.
That's really what it's all about, and putting your mind and putting your desire to want to be better.
The best leaders will influence you to do more without feeling like you have to do more.
Yeah.
The best leaders will motivate you to do more and create a self-motivation. And I don't have to motivate you.
Yeah.
One of the struggles that I've had is how do I get somebody to produce more because I know they can without forcing them to do it? Because I can force somebody to work, but how could I do that without forcing somebody and encouraging them? And that's something I didn't have to do with you, right? You didn't. I mean, you wanted it. Now the only difference is how do I do that for others as well?
Right.
And today you're going through that same struggle, as I think we all are. But what it really takes is us slowing down and realizing, who am I talking to?
That's right.
What kind of person is this?
That's
is
exactly
this, is
right.
this person? Are they a pioneer like me? Are they a guardian? Are they a nurturer? Are they a connector? And I gotta change my perspective, and I gotta change the way I communicate so I can speak to their language.
That's exactly right.
And the moment you do that,
yeah.
all of a sudden it's like,
Game
hey,
changer.
Hey, what's up? Why didn't you talk to me like this before?
Yeah, you're actually cool.
Yeah, you're actually cool. I thought you were a jerk, you know.
Right.
And that's the biggest part. I believe that this industry makes you become a better person, a better leader, because that's what our clients want from us. And that's what our hires and our teammates and the people we bring on our team want from us as well.
That's exactly right. And I want to comment on that. In addition, not only does it affect, and the reason why we study this is for our business, to be great at our business and the best at what we do, but it really affects your personal life as well. When you can find where you need improvement, it's not just with your team and the people you work with. You start carrying that mentality and attitude home to your family. You start seeing that you're being more patient with your wife. You're being more patient with your kids. You're starting those same skills that you're developing in your work environment, you're now developing in your entire life with everybody that you come across. And they notice it.
Yes.
So it's beautiful.
Yes.
Yeah.
Man, I can't agree more, because we are doing all of this to become a little more successful, right? We're doing this to leave a legacy for our family, to say, hey, I want a lifestyle for you guys, but in turn, I'm becoming a better person all the way around in my relationship with my parents, my brothers, my kids, my wife. And when you see people, this is I'm gonna take myself a little bit backwards. Back before I had the success, I would see rich people and like, I'd hate on them.
Yeah.
Why are their life so perfect?
Yeah.
But it's not about them being perfect. Is that they understand that communication is important. They understand that people need to be spoken to in certain ways. And if we come across a certain manner, communication is just really easy. But when it comes to when you just talk to everybody, and I heard this before, when you're talking to everybody, you're really talking to nobody.
Yeah.
You have to be specific.
Yeah.
And that personal development is what's going to allow you and give you that edge for you to communicate more and have more influence with other people.
Man, 100%. We are so lucky to be, I don't want to say in the industry, but with the specific company that provides that.
Yeah.
This company, Symmetry Financial, there are so many different insurance brokerages and companies you can go to.
Yes.
But, and this is the truth, none of them really care like this company does.
Yeah.
They know by caring and showing us how to be leaders and care about others and be nurturers and connectors, that we are going to attract the right people.
Yes.
And it is going to spread and everybody is successful. And it's done through that type of communication. And you know, I've talked to so many different agents at so many different industries, and nobody cares like Symmetry cares. Right. So I feel, and I know you feel, we're lucky and blessed to be here in an environment of people that are going to get us to the level where we need to be.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm going to second that one, because it almost sounds fake, right?
I know, but it's not.
It's like, no, that sounds too good to be true. But
Right.
it's not like until you actually allow yourself the opportunity to open up. Because that's what it is. You know, if you come into this opportunity with closed doors, your parachute's closed, you're not going to fly. You're not going to enter anywhere. But when you come in with an open mindset and say, let me give this a shot, immerse yourself in the culture, be a part of every event, be on the calls, be on the conferences, and you start realizing, like, you know, all I got to do is just allow myself the opportunity to meet some people and really accept the culture. And you'll realize, man, these people really care a lot. The founders of this company, Brandon and Casey, those guys built an amazing culture that is why we're growing so fast.
We are becoming a family.
Yeah.
Your work literally here is not just work. It's like literally this is your family. So you're working amongst these people that you love and you care about and you enjoy spending time with, and we go on all these trips and we have so much fun.
Yeah.
And it's like you're now living to work, but you're not really working. I mean, you're working, but you're like, you enjoy it.
It doesn't even feel like work
It doesn't
anymore.
even feel like work. Like, it ain't easy, but at the same time, like, you love where you're at. Like, I'm so glad I'm here.
You know, when you have that type of emotion, it does not feel like work anymore,
Yeah.
and you're excited to do it again. You're
Yeah.
excited to work again. Josh, man, I want to thank you so much for joining me.
Thanks for having me,
I
buddy.
know you guys took a lot from this guy. Follow him on social media. What is it? Is it Quill Will Insure?
Quill Will Insure.
Oh man, that's the coolest title. Look, follow him on social media. Follow me on the socials, YouTube. Hit subscribe. Guys, I know this was a lot for you, but I can promise you, focus on your personal development and you will grow an influence. Take care, everybody.
See you guys.